Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and please leave the rest for someone else. Why? Because this is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Okay, with all that being said, all contributions are highly appreciated, and all are welcome on this channel. Yes, they are. Okay. Make sure you tell a family friend or that you know to come on over and subscribe to the channel so that they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There's enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Remember, tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Thank you all for being here. Hope you are happy, safe, and doing all those wonderful, great things. Drinking your water, minding the business that pays you, remaining grateful and thankful. Okay? Each and every day, each and every moment, grateful and thankful. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. 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 Okay, collective. We're starting off with the Queen of Dis, the matriarch. Okay. And as I hold this card here, I'm thinking of the matriarch of the family, or you could be seen as the matriarch of the family. Maybe the matriarch of your family could be an ancestor. They could be alive or may not, but either way, whether they transition or not, this energy here represents the grace and the unity that one holds when it comes to family, when it comes to gathering, a bloodline or a family that is very close. Everyone is from different backgrounds when it comes to family. Some families are very chaotic, very toxic, very, vindictive, a lot of things. We have a lot of different things in our families because we're all are different. We all are uniquely individual. We all are uniquely, divinely, individually created. There, I got okay. So, but as I hold this card and I look at this card here, I'm feeling the energy of an ancestor or the matriarch of the family, trying to send maybe a download or a message of love to their bloodline, to their lineage, to those who are still alive here on planet Earth. Trying to send a signal to remind you of the love and the unity that the family once had. Maybe since this person has transitioned, maybe the family is different. Maybe people aren't getting along, as they did when this person was alive. This person held a lot of respect and honor. It was something about their presence. When they were around and alive, people listened to mom or grandma or auntie or whomever this may be for you, collective. People respected this person, or this could be a male. Okay, this could be uncle, this could be papa, grandpa, dad, uncle, but people respected and honored this matriarch of the family, meaning if there's something going on, this is the person who could come and everyone would be silent. Everyone would be quiet. Hey, 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 that kind of energy. And respect was given right away. So there could be a family out there. If you're watching, this could be your family, or maybe someone who is connected to a family who is maybe going through a lot of chaos energy right now, lots of toxicity, lots of arguing and disagreements against the siblings. There's a passed on ancestor trying to send a message, a message of love and saying, remember who we are and remember who we used to be. We used to gather. We gathered in love, and maybe ate dinner. Maybe when this person was alive, there was a lot more dinner parties between the family. But since this person has transitioned and moved on, the family does not gather as much. There's a lot of quarreling between the siblings, the nieces, the nephews, the uncles, the aunties. There's a lot of sabotaging, lots of betrayal, lots of things happening. And, this passed on ancestors just saying, do not forget that we were all, once very loving and close, and we are still family. And so, in this message, you can choose to do whatever you please, but there is a passed on ancestor who wants you to know to not forget about the love and the unity that the family once gathered. The same energy that was used before this person transitioned, where people gave respect and honor to this person, as well as to the holidays or whenever there was a gathering. That same energy can be tapped into, this ancestor is saying, for you not to forget. And whenever you are feeling that you are in the energy of chaos or some kind of toxic energy, for you to reflect on the happy times, the positive moments of, when you were able to gather with your family, and have a wonderful barbecue or have a great dinner or gather at Christmas time or on birthdays or just gather just to gather. And so this ancestor wants to communicate this to you. Okay. And the next card we have here is works. Okay. And so though this ancestor has passed on, they are still at work, working on your behalf. This person has transitioned, but they are putting in work to try to bring the family together. They are sending signs and synchronicities, but you have to be aware, either in your awakened state or your dream state. They are sending signs and synchronicities of love and unity, spirit is saying. But this ancestor is putting in the work, to try to right any wrongs, though they have transitioned. Once a person transitioned, there still is work to be done on the other side in the process of them crossing over. And so they are still putting in the work and they are still present, and they do not like what they see going on with the family. They want you to return to what it used to be if possible. If possible, meaning if you can find it in your heart to let bygones be bygones and come back to the love and the unity. Look at the beautiful smile on this lady's face. Think of the smile. Think of the smile, the energy of the smile collective. This is the energy that they want you to try and to return to, okay? And they're saying if you can't respect one another to, if you can't respect one another and get along and be peaceful, that they don't want you, don't be around each other. They don't, if you can't respect each other, if you can't respect each other and you have to fight and argue, you don't need to be amongst each other. It's better to love each other from a distance than to gather and to get into a fight. So there is someone watching this video whose family has been having physical altercations, maybe a fight broke out. And this ancestor is saying for you not to hurt each other, okay? If you're going to be in disagreement to the point where it has to break out into a fight, it's best that you stay away from each other. So that's not for everybody, but that's for somebody whose family who gets physical, who's had like an altercation. That's the message. That's the message. Okay. All right. Because that could lead to someone getting hurt or someone doing something that they can regret that they can't take back. So be mindful of that. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. And so, yes, this ancestor is saying it's time for that energy to shift. It's time for it to change. And if you're not going to get along, respect each other and love each other from a distance. Meaning if you have a relative that you are not speaking to or you do not get along with, if someone asks you about them, how are they doing? They're doing fine, and leave it there. You do not have to go down the rabbit hole of talking about the past situations, why you don't like this person, what happened when you last seen them, who stole the chicken from the stove, or whatever it is. They want you to do it with grace. If you're going to stay in separation, love each other from a distance, but do it with respect and do it with grace. Okay. Don't spend the rest of your life, spirit is saying, complaining about something that happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Don't spend the rest of your life in that energy, because that within itself will create stagnation for yourself. And so they want you to be happy. They want you to learn how to navigate, because you can't make people like you. You can't make people act right. Adults are adults. People are going to do what they want. But what they're saying is there is a way for you to live and be at peace and be content with yourself without constantly arguing or possibly getting into a physical altercation and hurting someone in your family. They're saying it's best to stay away if you feel you have to get physical with anyone, because it should never go to that level. Okay. That's for someone. Okay. I don't, everyone isn't fighting, but for who's ever watching, you know who you are. if you've been, maybe you've been around someone, maybe it's not your family, maybe you've been around someone, invited somewhere, and you saw a family get into a physical altercation. It became very violent, you know. So just be mindful to stay away from that energy, okay? You want to avoid that because you want to keep yourself, you know, from paying restitution or becoming incarcerated or someone getting hurt, okay? And so the next card we have here is peace, okay? So your ancestors, your spirit guides are just clearly saying it's time for peace. It's time for the wheel to turn and for you to have peace. There is a way for you to have peace. Doesn't matter what kind of family you come from or what's going on with people personally and individually. As I just said, you cannot force anyone to do anything, but you do have control of yourself and how you respond. And there is a way, is what they are saying, for you to live your life and move forward and be at peace and contentment in your heart and in your spirit. Okay. And so the next and the final card we have here is the Ace of Wands. And so this is confirmation that it is time for peace. So if you are connected to a family that is, you know, always in conflict, chaos, arguing, fighting, it's time to either stay away, love them from a distance, and find a way to change your story. With the Ace of Wands here, this is the thumbs up emoji. Okay, this is your spirit team. This is Source saying it's time for peace. It's time. It's being confirmed. You know, it's a new day. It's time to stop telling the old stories. You know, if it's not you, maybe there's someone around you who sit up and talk about things that happened 10 or 20 years ago. They haven't let it go yet. They haven't released it. I mean, if you need to seek, you know, advice, talk to a psychiatrist or talk to a doctor or speak to a counselor or someone, a licensed medical professional about something that happened to you, then do that. You know, seek that help. But you do not want to spend the rest of your life, you know, carrying around baggage and a dark cloud over your head over what someone has done to you. There is a way to release and do the healing. It is a continuous process. It is a journey, just like life. It's never ending, but there is a way for you to do that, collective. And that is clearly the message from this ancestor today. Okay, so remember the good times, reflect on the good times. And if you need be to stay away, you know, to avoid the conflict, then they're saying to do so. But they are working on the other side, okay, in another realm, in another dimension, working on the behalf of the bloodline and the lineage. Okay, that's a whole nother video. We'll talk about that one day. Okay. And so, yes, the wheel is turning and it's time for change. It's time for peace. And Spirit is just confirming it. They're confirming it. They're telling me to reiterate, you know, this message here. It's time for peace. It's time to let it go, let it flow. If you need help, you know, seek that counseling, that advice from a licensed medical professional. Talk to someone, you know, and begin the healing process, you know. Whether you got to do a burning bowl ritual, write it down, but yeah, find someone to talk to and get help for any pain or anything that you have that's hovering over you like a dark cloud, because there are sunny days and your ancestors are saying they want you to enjoy every last bit of them. No one knows what tomorrow may bring, but we can have the, you know, stay present. We have the present, you know, the past is behind us, the future's way up there, and presently we're right here. So this concludes my reading. I trust and hope that it assisted you for your highest good. Later.